Okay, hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Steven Forbes. I'm a fourth year computer art student and will be starting my honours project this year. So the purpose of this video, and hopefully many more to come, is to document my honours project. So basically these are video logs of how my honours project is progressing and what I personally am thinking at this time. So hopefully this should be very insightful and be very useful in terms of documenting what I've been doing. We created a mind map of all the thoughts that we've been having. What I really want to be doing this year is working on my animation skills and furthering that. And I really want to be able to produce a higher quality animation by the end of the year. A lot of the things that I've been thinking about include identity and include what makes us who we are, and stereotypes and discrimination and mental illnesses. And I think what I'm really sort of interested in this year is the link between psychology and animation. How does what we see on the screen affect our minds, and vice versa? How do our minds affect animation, and how can I draw a link between the two in a visual sense and also in a practical sense? So in terms of subject matter, how does the mind, and how does the way we feel and the way we think influence our animation, and also how can I represent that in an animation and visually show the way we're thinking? So it could get very abstract. I'm not entirely sure just what way I want to shift this yet. I think it's such a big net to be casting out. You know, there's a whole range of likes of body language and subtlety, and as individuals what we do that portrays character and portrays backstory into who we are. That kind of stuff really interests me, and how that can be displayed in an animation is all very interesting stuff. All of us as individuals, we have secrets, we have things that we don't want to disclose. We sort of put on strong faces whenever we talk to people. We don't necessarily completely divulge who we are whenever we first start talking to people, and I think that's very interesting because there's a lot of stuff that we sort of keep behind closed doors whenever we talk to people, or perhaps we only open up whenever we talk to certain people, and a lot of that impacts and influences who we are and what we believe and the way in which we act and stuff. And that whole sort of the psychology behind that really interests me, and I'm really interested in trying to find a link between that and what we see on screen, because we use the visual form, moving image arts, so to speak, as a way of escapism, as a way to relieve our tension. Perhaps we take an association with that. We sort of compare ourselves to the characters and people we see on screen, or simply we use it as a mode of enjoyment, a way of pleasure, a social get-together perhaps. But I think there's so many different ways in which we can view the world in which we live and view the things that we see on our television screen and what we see digitally, because in this day and age digital forms of art are so widespread and so common, and everybody's playing games, everybody's watching films, everybody's watching cartoons, everybody sees all this sort of stuff, and it's such a widespread media. It has so much potential to impact people, and I think that's what I want to see happen. I want to see people being changed and really trying to understand who they are based on what they've seen, and not just let society dictate who they are. But yeah, so right now I'm going to be doing a lot of research. I'm going to be trying to find out who has done things like this before, who have been looking into the human mind and looking into how that applies to animation, and just sort of, based on what I read, figuring out what I find interesting and what I find to be an interesting starting point for this project. In a practical sense, I'm just going to keep animating, just do loads of animation, do loads of sketches, just sort of, visually apply what I'm reading about. And I think I'll do that through the 11 Second Club and through just sort of developing my skills in my head, because
I do want to be furthering my 3D animation as well. So hopefully within the next week we'll be seeing much more progress, and we'll be able to identify where on this map I really want to be. So thank you for listening, thank you for taking the time to hear my thoughts on this matter, and hopefully this will be a very exciting honours project year. I know I'm excited about it.